I'm going to get another opportunity. Perhaps the circumstances won't be right to sort of talk about it, but I think over the past couple of weeks, today as well, we've seen the news about Joe Gallagher and Georgia O'Connor, who are both facing serious battles outside the ring. What I would say is boxing's a very small community, and I think everyone's had their run-ins with Joe, and of course Georgia O'Connor boxed on the women's night that we had on Sky Sports and Boxer. So I just want to take the opportunity from everybody at Sky Sports and Boxer, and on behalf of the boxing community, I know you've got your battles outside the ring and a long road ahead, but we're all supporting you, and we wish you all the best for the future. Okay, so welcome to Glazers Hall today in London for the official press announcement for Whittaker v Cameron 2. Now, every rematch is born from a spark, from a flashpoint, if you will, a moment in time. You need only to look at that moment that Howard Foster stepped in with George Groves and Carl Froch the first time round to see the outcry for a rematch. And we know what that grew into. It grew into something massive. With that spark, a monster rematch was born. When Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron crashed over the ropes in the Kingdom Arena out in Riyadh, immediately the questions, the accusations, the fallout began. That was the spark that lit this fire. So on the 20th of April, Easter Sunday, we go again. The rematch is on. A word, Ben Shalom, just to get this one over the line, you must be delighted before I welcome everybody at the top table and include our undercard fighters as well. Yeah, absolutely delighted. Obviously, once that happened in October, this was the fight that everyone wanted to make, that everyone wanted to see, the fans wanted, the fighters wanted, and so delighted to have it over the line. Delighted to go back to Birmingham. So much talent coming through. Seeing Sam Eggington back in an unbelievable fight against Lee Cutler, Tyler Denny returning as well, Fraser Clark, who's not here today, in a great fight against Tete. It's going to be an amazing night on April 20th, but it's topped by, for me, one of the biggest stories in British boxing, and it will be one hell of a night. Yeah, so everybody that is in the country is here today. Fraser and Ebenezer, Tete will join us fight week, but I will just start at the end there. But, you know, good to see you again, Tyler Denny. I'm starting with you because you're in my eye line, but Elvis Ahorga, the soldier, awaits you. Great to have you back, presumably. Great to be back on the horse as well. It wasn't to be against Hamza Shiraz, but I think time will tell us that getting beat by Hamza Shiraz is no bad thing. He looks like a real quality operator. It was the stuff of dreams for you to box at Wembley Stadium. Wasn't the result you wanted. How desperate are you to get back to winning ways against what looks like a dangerous operator in Elvis Ahorga, who we had a few weeks ago against Callum Simpson?
Yeah, I'm buzzing to be back, to be fair. Enjoyed the whole Wembley sort of stuff, but, you know, I lost at the end of the day, and that doesn't sit nice with me, do you know what I mean? And people say, yeah, but you fought at this and you fought at that, but I'd rather just win and fight at a town hall or something, do you know what I mean? So the hunger's there, man, the hunger's there. I'm going to show everyone I've got plenty left in the tank, and I think obviously they're good at playing at me for that. He brings views, he's entertainment. I think he's a bit mad, to be honest, but I think it'll make for a fun fight.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the Tyler Denny way without a few ups and downs. I mean, you've been on this great run. What are the remaining ambitions and hunger? Is there still more to achieve, or is it all just? And it's a funny way to have fun, but I always get the impression, you know, it is about having fun with you, and you enjoy your craft.
Yeah, I think both really, because I never really had any goals when I started off, so I've exceeded all expectations, but I've done that probably a while back, and so the hunger's still there. Do you know what I mean? People are saying I wouldn't win a Midlands title, and I won that, so the English had no chance, and then European, and so, but I just feel like I'm still getting better and better, and, you know, fair play to Hamza, he's better than me on the night, and hopefully he goes on and wins world titles and stuff, but there's plenty left for me.
Well, great to have you back. As we said at the start, Tyler Denny takes on Elvis Ahorga. I'm going to come to the other side of the table now. Sam Eggington, great to have you. It doesn't feel like it wouldn't be right if we were in a Birmingham show without you. And also the headline, it's kind of a dream for the headline writers. So the Savage takes on Chaos in Lee Cutler. I think the fans and the broadcasters are winning with this one because you both bring a lot of violence and a lot of action.
Yeah, from what I've heard, like I say, It's no secret I don't really watch too much boxing, so I've never really watched Cutler box. I saw bits of him on the same. We were on the same show the other year, but from what the coach have told me, he likes to come forward, likes to throw shots, and we'll meet there and we'll see how it ends.
It's almost impossible to think that you'd ever be in a bad fight, always in a good fight. If I could say on our behalf, he's a lot like you. He brings the heat and brings the action. It's a similar sort of question that I asked Tyler Denny. You've achieved so much. What are the remaining hopes and ambitions, starting with Lee Cutler, who you will hope and want to get past?
Look, people keep on asking me this, what's the ambitions? I enjoy my job, it's that simple. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I don't watch much boxing, but I enjoy my boxing. So when I'm training and I'm boxing, I love what I do in it. So the ambition is to keep a job that you want to do. Like you say, you enjoy your job, you don't work a day in your life, and that's me. The bouts are great with it. You get paid well, and all this stuff's great. But I enjoy boxing. I enjoy my job, and the ambition is to carry on doing that at a high level.
And doing that at home as well is just a little added motivation.
Yeah, a little added bonus. Like I say, I think it's no secret. I don't mind travelling. I'll box anywhere against anyone on anyone's show. But to have this, land in Birmingham, it's a bonus.
Yeah, well, it's always great to have you on the card. There's a nice story here, if you don't mind me telling it, Lee Cutler. So before you would even turn pro, you went as a paying fan to watch David Haye, Tony Bellew at the O2, which featured Sam Eggington on the undercard against Paulie Malignaggi. Yeah. And then you sort of said, who knew?
It seems like yesterday that I actually boxed amateur the night before in a little sports hall. And all my mates got a train up to London to watch at the O2. And then Sam Eggington absolutely punched the hell out of Paulie Malignaggi, who's obviously a big name in boxing. And it's weird how life works out, and now I'm here fighting him. It's an honour to be here and fighting on this sort of stage, and I can't wait to show what I'm made of again. Did
you win the amateur fight the night before?
I didn't actually.
It was a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, it was a 50-50 chance. It was for the English title at the time when they done this, and I thought I won, to be fair.
Got robbed, didn't you?
That's amateur boxing.
Got robbed,
I got robbed, yeah. I had him down 3 times. Got stopped, but he still won.
I feel like, not a resurgence is the wrong word, actually, but you are riding the crest of a wave at the moment. You sort of stepped in there against Stephen McKenna and felt the wrath of the verbal battle beforehand, and not a self-doubt or doubts from outside, but you went in as an underdog. So to do what you did and perform like you did must have been very, very welcome.
Yeah, a lot of people doubted me. Me, my coach and my team know what we do in the gym. I'm part of the best stable in the country now, the McGuigan gym, under Josh Pritchard, and I'm just improving all the time. Every spar I'm getting better and better. And I just can't wait to keep showing it against Sam Eggington. Is my biggest name on my record now, well, will be. So yeah, and then from there, hopefully go on and not looking past Sam, but hopefully go on and headline down in Bournemouth. That's my ultimate goal. But I need to get through Sam before I can do that.
And how do you go about doing that? I mean, say this with all the respect. With Sam, we've all seen it. You know exactly what you're going to get if you're not on it, or you're not at the races.
In a phone box.
Yeah, well, that's what we're hoping for. Is that a reality?
Yeah, in a phone box. That's what we've been working on, and we want to keep improving and entertaining the fans. But before I stop, I just want to say a good mate of mine lost his life, John Cooney, recently. He went to school down in Bournemouth, but moved over to Ireland to box, and sadly lost his life. It just goes to show how hard our sport is at times. So yeah, thoughts with the family.
Yeah, very well said. I think we all share those sentiments, and condolences to everybody involved. Can I just ask you to address each other just briefly? I know you haven't watched him box, but hearing what he's saying there, it's a phone box type fight. This is the easiest question I've ever asked. That's the sort of fight you welcome, isn't it? Yeah,
phone type fight is it's meat and drink. I'll take that, every day, twice on a Sunday. People say a lot of shit at these press conferences, you know what I mean? Whether it's true or not, we'll see. But again, I've got no bad words to say against him. It's a fight, and we're both there to win.
Yeah, and presumably you echo that as well.
The same. I've got massive respect for Sam. He seems like a good guy, but it's just a shame. April 20th, we've got to go at it, and there's always going to be one winner, and that's me.
Okay, well that brings us on to our main event. Apologies for any language there. Here we go. This is it. Ben, I'll ask you just to set this one up briefly. Ben Shalom, that is, I'll ask you to set this one up briefly. Probably a lot of time spent around the negotiating table. A lot has been said on both sides to get it over the line. It's probably the hard bit. The easy bit now is listening to these two go about their promotion.
Yeah, look, it's been a long 2-3 months trying to get this over the line. I think, in fairness, both fighters wanted it. In the end, both teams wanted it, and it happens. And look, everyone knows what happened on October 12th. It was one of the biggest stories of the night. It was one of the biggest stories of the year. But to see it turned around this quickly, I think both fighters deserve a lot of credit. I think the fans demanded this fight, and we had to deliver for the fans. And so to have this fight now landing in Birmingham on April 20th, it's just mouth-watering. The narrative, the history, the background. But for me, one of the biggest stars in British boxing put to the test. And yeah, it's a major night. Both guys have absolutely everything on the line.
I will start with Ben Whittaker, if you don't mind, Liam. I don't think you want to. You don't. Perhaps mind me.
He's got a lot of answers. He's got a lot of answers to give. He's been quiet for 3 months, so I'm done with talking. I've pushed for this fight, so let's hear it. He's acting casual with his pasta, but he's shitting his
I can't eat.
I will need you to say a little bit more later on, but yeah, sorry for interrupting your lunch, Ben. Where do you want to start? There's been a little bit of heat on you. Is an understatement. I don't think it's an understatement to say that was probably one of the most talked about, controversial, bizarre moments we've seen in recent years in a boxing ring that you were part of. Did you feel that you had to take this fight to clean the slate, to answer those questions?
Like I said on the stage with Johnny, I had a lot of options. There's a lot of people I could have picked, but it was the right option for me. This is the fight I wanted. It's the fight that the fans wanted. And like I said, after I win, I'll move on.
Do you feel that you have got a point to prove?
Not to nobody. I like to just prove points to myself. I know how good of a boxer I am, and that will show.
I've already asked this on Sky Sports News, but for the benefit of the press conference, I do have to ask it. I don't think people that have been there or haven't been there, in my case, have the right to ask it, but a lot of people will want to know the answer. The nature of the injury, did you quit? Could you have continued? That is the number one question I've seen on social media that's been put to you.
Yeah, man, I quit, threw myself over the ropes.
Told you.
And, I went for the WWE type of move, Rey Mysterio, but it backfired. But at the end of the day, April the 20th, we can right that wrong.
What are your feelings towards him now you've shared the ring with him?
Yeah. To me, there's no animosity there. At the end of the day, it's just another fight. I've had rematches in the amateurs. I've had trilogies in the amateurs. It's just another fight. I say he's more emotionally attached to it than I am.
I'm definitely
which
not,
he should
honestly.
be. Which he should be at the end of the day. It's gave him this new fame. It's gave him his new followers. Under that bucket hat, it's gave him a new hairline as well.
Been watching though. Why
So,
how come you don't follow me back?
All I can say is, I truly believe 20th of April was the day it was written. I'm a big follower of Jesus Christ. That's the day he risen, and that's the day I'll win and move on.
There was, I suppose, two ways to deal with the backlash. One of them was to come out swinging and to say your piece, and the other way was to keep quiet and keep your counsel. You chose option 2. Why was that?
For me, what's there to talk about? Everybody saw it. Everybody saw what happened, and we're back now. For me, it was a great time. I didn't have to post nothing. I didn't have to talk. I could just go to the gym and train hard. And for me, it was amazing. That's what got me to the Olympics. That's what got me talked about. It's just being Ben Whittaker, and you'll see it again.
There's a lot of talk about, what Ben Whittaker didn't do. But Liam's already said to us off camera, I'm sure he's going to say it now, that doesn't really give credit for what he did in the fight. But at the same time, were you having an off night? Was it a bad night at the office for you? Is that a one-off? Can you right the wrongs and be better?
This is how I see it. He turned up his best. I turned up my worst. And he still really couldn't do much.
Definitely
the highlight of the fight is we flew over the ropes.
3 weeks before the fight.
Oh, that's amazing news. I hope it's better now.
Yeah, it's bang
Fair
on,
play,
mate.
nice.
But you noticed it because you
The
call
thing
me
is,
big
like,
nose.
why when I
everything.
talk, everybody's got to start butting in? I'm going to let you have your piece.
Yeah, but
No, I mean,
I'm
sit
just-
back in your chair and relax, man. So back to what you were saying. At the end of the day, he turned up his best, and that's the point of it. He turned up his best. I turned up my worst, and it looked like two kids just come out of Weatherspoons, drunk, swinging. That's all it was. When I turn up April the 20th, we'll share a burger or something after I win.
But what you're going on, what fight in the pros are you going to go on to that? Like, what you're going to turn up, what you're
The April
showing
the
us?
20th, that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
best.
I like this Ben Whittaker though. He's not biting. I'm trying to dig him out, but he's not biting. He's learning. He's
Oh,
learning.
well, I'm biting my meal that you interrupted. But, you know, I'll get back to it.
Do you believe that you have humbled him a little
Yeah,
bit?
listen, I wish him all the best. It's nothing personal. I've had a lot out of Ben. Got a new career, new airline, new sponsors. I'm buzzing, I'm living life. Look at me there. Should be Cameron Whittaker, but yeah, thank you for everyone what's supporting me. It means the world to me. I'm going to finish the job, I promise you.
I asked Ben the difficult question, so I'm going to ask you the difficult question. It was very clear on the audio that certain members of your team felt that he could have carried on. What was your take in that moment?
He said, the ref went, can you carry on? We sat, he was laid down and he was doing that. I can't continue. Me, I got up, didn't I got up, ready to fight, but we'll put it all to bed. We'll put it all to bed and we'll have a black coffee together after.
I don't like coffee.
Don't you?
Yeah, we'll go for a hot chocolate or something, man.
Definite.
Was it what Ben said, the best Liam Cameron against the worst Ben Whittaker? Do you pay any lip service to that? Can you be better?
Yeah, definite. I've just come back on it, so I was finding myself again, getting better and better. I knew this fight was going to happen. I've stayed in gym over Christmas.
Sorry to butt in. So you say you knew it was going to happen. You did think that he would take the
I knew
rematch?
he was going to have to take it because I get told, yeah, it's public demand, blah, blah, this. Stay in gym. So we've been working on Ben. We've been working on different things. All I've got to do is do the bang same. Rough him up, swing big bombs, hit him a couple of times at back of head. He didn't like that last time. He's got a lot to prove to the world, to his subscribers. So the pressure's on him. I'm not bothered. Win, lose or draw, I'll just do my best. And that will be enough.
But you want to win?
100%, of course I do. I'm going to win.
You were talking to him during the fight. So now's the chance to sort of tell us what were you saying to him in that moment?
Probably. Can you swear on this? Yeah.
I would rather you didn't. I mean, you have already, but it gets me in a
Have
little...
I swore?
It gets me in a tiny little bit of hot water. I mean, I think
probably.
I can apologise, and we know that emotions are running high.
I'll
So if
probably
you
call him.
could say it without saying...
You can't punch. This time, what I did notice, we were very tired from third round, so I was saying, you're knackered. There's 8 rounds left. Is that good maths, that? Or
Yeah, it was the end of the fifth. The bell rang for the fifth, didn't it? May I ask you, had that instant not happened, and we're talking hypotheticals, and it's to both of you, do you feel that you would have gone on to win the fight? Do you believe that you would have gone on to win the fight? Ben Whittaker, both of you. You go first.
I don't think Ben would have got through it on fitness alone. Never mind me trying to punch it. Because I know I talk about Lyndon, I put it on him from the off. With Ben, I thought I'll lean into it a bit. So we're going to do it as the rounds went on, bit by bit. You saw me turning the screw. That weren't 100% at that stage. That was about 60.
What would you say to that? Had that instant not happened, how would the rest of the fight panned out in your eyes?
All shoulda, coulda, woulda, really. April the 20th, that's what all matters, really. I'll win there. And you can go back and watch that fight on replay and say, shoulda, woulda, coulda, if I did this, if I turn them screws from round 1, we'll see.
Interestingly, people will put pressure on you, but realistically, you can ill afford not to win this fight if you want to get to where a lot of people thought you were going to get, where you want to get to yourself. does that add an extra pressure? Every fight is must win, I suppose, when you're Ben Whittaker. But the fact that you've had this draw,
Yeah.
is this must win now?
For me, there's no pressure, if I'm really honest. I've been in situations with a lot more pressure. And he said it in his own words, win, lose or draw. There's no win, lose or draw, it's just win. That's it. Win and move on.
What happened on the night? Because one of the things that got a lot of people talking, you got a lot of criticism and heat in the fights you've had previously for showboating, being disrespectful, and you sort of built a fan base of lovers and haters based on that. And then on the night against Liam Cameron, people were saying, where's that Ben Whittaker gone? Ironically, it was a complete turnaround. Where was the showboating? Where was the flash?
I don't know, man. Maybe we'll bring it on the next one. I was trying something different, maybe. Who knows? But we'll see.
Would you concede that you got drawn into boxing the wrong fight? Boxing his sort of fight?
You could say that. But even when I was there, man, take that bucket off,
can't
man.
do me dirty like that.
Come on, man.
Not live
Let
on Sky
the people know
Sports.
what the doctor is and just shut. Whoa.
Cheers, Ben. Cheers. Thank you. Can we have a round of
Look at the
applause
boy in
for Ben?
striped
for my
pyjamas,
career?
man. Look good. I'm fighting Shmuel next.
Prediction time. Yeah, I'll invite you to say it to each other. Ben Whittaker to Liam Cameron. What happens Easter Sunday?
The whole day, I'll wake up.
I mean,
I'll get
you
my
can tell me this.
breakfast.
I'm more focused on the fight itself, but whatever you want to tell
I'll
me.
wake up. I usually go for a wee and a number 2. I'll probably do that, get myself comfortable, have a nice shower, brush my teeth, go downstairs, breakfast will be made for me. Go upstairs, watch a bit of anime, maybe put on the PlayStation, go back down, have another meal, chill out, have a laugh. Oh, now catch up on EastEnders because I'll probably have missed it with the fight week. So catch up on my EastEnders, have a little cup of tea, some digestives, make my way to the arena, do what I've got to do, beat him up, have a laugh, leave, and I'll meet him in 5 guys, man. It's all written there for you.
So I'll probably rephrase it for you. Once the first bell rings and the lights come down,
It's going to have
and
a piano number 2 and all this.
at these press conferences, you kind of think like, you can't have too much information. But I'll rephrase it. When the first bell rings, what will be your prediction? What happens this time round?
I don't know really. I've done enough talking. I'm sick of it now. Hopefully I can just flatten him in the first round and that's it. Then move on, honestly.
Can you be flattened in the first round?
Time will tell, I suppose.
There you go. Well, thank you very much for coming out today, everybody. I'm sure there'll be opportunities now for more questions. Unfortunately for you, you might have to do a little bit more talking, Liam Cameron. Ben, unless you have, Shalom, unless you have anything to add, we'll wrap this up and we will do head-to-heads and everyone will be available for one-on-ones.
Thank you.